was just an amateur moment, and didn't catch it on tape. So, well,
It was that loud, so the neighbors.
it was like, pow! Look, if I tell her, I was like this. I'm like, oh shoot! And my next door neighbor said, I wonder what you were doing last night. I said, I'm sorry, me to make so much noise. I'm like, we peeking through the curtain. So check it out, y'all. I decided to go a day early, and so I can get a nice spot. They haven't fully opened up the lake where you can make reservations. There's certain spots that I normally get. So I decided to take a day early. Here it is Wednesday. Most people try to get those spots Friday after work. I decided to go 2 days early and get a hot spot. All right, so come on the road with me. Fontella will be coming pretty soon, and we're gonna get this thing set up, get it started, and hopefully we can get a lot of material for you guys. Check us out. All right, let's roll. Okay, guys, these are snapshots of our trailer at our campsite. If you look closely, you'll see that it's getting dark, because what I did was I dropped the trailer off. I went back to the house to get Roman and a couple of other things. By the time I got back, it was getting dark. I had to level that trailer, and I had to do the hookups in the dark with a small flashlight. And it was one of the toughest things I had to do. If you look closely, you'll see that the tanks for the propane aren't there, so I had to do the connections because we took the camper out of hibernation for the winter. And so I had to do a lot of things to get this thing up and running. And what happened was I burned myself out. I was tired. And you'll see in these next couple of clips my tired eyes and me falling short on what I promised what this video was going to have as far as the content. So what's up, y'all? Fontella's enjoying breakfast over at her spot, her private spot. Check her out. Over by the fire. What you doing, Fontella?
Some blueberry and banana pancakes
Blueberry banana pancakes.
with some bacon on the side.
Uh-huh. I get some thumbs up on that one. 10 thumbs and a foot. All right, check you out. Look at the fire, y'all. So y'all, this is what I call chilling on the weekend at our camp spot. Here we go. We're at site E128 here at Jordan Lake, and I'm gonna give y'all a panoramic view of what it looked like. Okay, right down there between them trees right there, that's the lake down there. Okay, of course, you know, I don't like getting too close to the water cause, you know, the critters down there, but they not yet quite out yet, but I ain't gonna break that tradition that I have. All right, that's Fontella Grandma bicycle. We're gonna ride our bikes a little later today. What'd you say?
She gonna come from the dead and get you.
I said her grandma bicycle. Wait a minute.
Yes, you did.
I said her grandma. Wait. Roman been finding pieces of wood all day. Roman grabbing wood out the back of the truck himself. Yeah. But y'all, this is video 1, season 1, episode 1, and we finally got out of the house, out on the campground. After a while, we're going to give you guys a tour of the campground and give you a review of this campground. We are, how would you say, Fontella? We're about 20 minutes from here. The house is about 20 minutes from here.
25 minutes, about 25 minutes.
About 25 minutes. So, we can easily make this our own spot. We come here like a firehouse. A fireman jumping down the pole in an emergency. You need to de-stress. Let's shoot out here to the lake like we're doing now and just kick it, So this is one of the 2 lakes that we frequent. We got, this is Jordan Lake, and we also frequent Falls Lake. So these 2 lakes are very accessible, and they are very good for getting away. We have certain sites that we enjoy. This is our first time at this site, and it proved to be pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a nice site.
In the heart of summer, man, this place would be shaded. I mean, really nice. No leaves would be on the ground. It would just be gravel. But I like this spot. But you got to be here first. You got to be here quick. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all the story about me getting in. I sure had an amateur moment, and too bad I didn't catch it on video. But you see that little box right there behind me, right there where my finger is. You hear that wooing noise? That is the hot water heater. So late last night, Wednesday night, not last night, but it was Wednesday night. So Wednesday night when I pulled in here, most of these lots were empty, except for the one behind me. And so Thursday night, got up in here, and I had to level this joker. I had a time leveling it because it was dark. Plus, the camper is sitting kind of in a strange way, the way this lot is made. But so as I hooked up the water, I made sure this was actually the first time that I de-winterized it. So first time we used it since the winter. And I hooked the water up. Before I turned the water on, I made sure that all the faucets were turned toward the drain, and that all the spigots were, I guess that's what you call them, the handles were turned off. So the shower, the bathroom, all the sinks, and the outside shower were off. I turned the water on, and water starts spewing out of this hot water heater.
You didn't tell me that.
I was gonna tell you.
I guess now on camera.
I was gonna tell y'all, and so it was just an amateur moment, and didn't catch it on tape. So
Didn't mess anything up.
So water was coming out of that joker, and those of you guys who know how these things are made, there's a valve or a valve in that thing where you let your water out when you want to winterize. You can drain the water drain. And it wasn't tight. So I got my tools out. I got my deep well socket, just pushed it up in there and tighten it. And for some reason, I wanted to loosen it before I tighten it. So this is something to learn for you guys out there too, who are new to this camping thing, and you got an RV and you hook up the water. It's good to get a a water pressure regulator because you can blow a valve in this thing easy. And I didn't know that the water pressure was so hard, so strong out here on all these lots. So as I was loosening that thing, it popped out and it shot like a gun. And I thought I woke up everybody out here at the campground because it shot that screw plug. It shot it out, and now I'm out here in the dark on my hands and knees looking for the plug. I couldn't turn the water on. I found it, but guess where I found it at, y'all? So I had a deep well socket. So when it shot out, it shot the socket. But I found the socket, and I put the socket to the side. I pulled out my, there it is, my little light right there. That's a really, really bright light. And I'm searching all around in the middle of the night looking for this daggone drain plug. And I pulled everything out. And my next door neighbor said, I wonder what you were doing last night. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make so much noise. I'm like, we peeping through the curtain.
Good grief.
I'm like, okay, all right. And something said, look in the socket, look in the deep well socket. So I pulled it and looked at it. There it was looking at me right in the face. I'm like all on my knees in the middle of the night looking for that thing. That was an amateur moment, y'all. But I finally got it all together, and hey, it is what it is, right?
I'm glad you was out here, not me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Well,
It was that loud, so the neighbors.
it was like, look, if I tell her, I was like this. I'm like, oh shoot!
Look, your story was so long. And why was you doing that now?
Oh, I was hooking up the water.
Oh.
And I couldn't completely turn the water on, hook it up and turn the water on until I put that plug in because it was going to just drain straight out. But as I was saying, get a pressure regulator for your water hose so that just in case the water pressure is too strong, that it won't blow out your valve. So also, if you don't have one, the best thing to do is to turn the water on, but turn it on a quarter of the way and see how the pressure is. If you need more, turn it another quarter, which would be halfway, and ensure that your pressure is. But don't ever turn that water valve, and I'll show you guys. Don't ever turn that water valve all the way up, especially if you don't have a water pressure regulator, because you're gonna do something. It's gonna tear something up. So, lesson learned. Sit. Hey, Roman, eat. Give me a high five. High five.